I work the repair counter at an electronics shop in Oslo, Norway. Last month, this woman marched in with a broken laptop, slapped her receipt down, and informed me she needed it fixed immediately because Americans invented warranties. She'd bought the laptop 6 weeks ago, and the screen had developed a dead pixel cluster. Fair enough, that's covered under our standard 2-year statutory guarantee. I explained we'd need to send it to our authorized service center, which typically takes 7 to 10 business days depending on parts availability. She stared at me like I'd suggested waiting until next Christmas. 10 days? In America, I'd have a replacement by tomorrow. I told her. That's not actually how warranties work anywhere, but she was already pulling up something on her phone. This says American consumers expect same-day service. It's in our Constitution. I'm fairly certain it isn't. But she showed me an article about expedited warranty claims that she'd somehow interpreted as a legal mandate. When I explained that Norwegian consumer protection actually gives her 2 full years of coverage versus America's typical 1-year manufacturer warranty, she dismissed it entirely. I don't need 2 years, I need 2 hours. That's the American way. She then asked to speak to whoever invented the warranty system so she could explain proper customer service to them. I informed her that person probably died centuries ago. She left threatening to write to our embassy. A different customer came in last. Tuesday, with a coffee maker he'd purchased 3 months earlier, I managed the customer service desk at an appliance store in Lisbon, Portugal. The heating element had failed, completely reasonable warranty claim. I explained we'd arrange for a repair technician to assess it within the week, or he could opt for a replacement if repair wasn't viable. He cut me off to ask why I was making things complicated. Explained that in the States, warranty service meant immediate replacement, no questions asked. I clarified that our EU consumer guarantees actually provide more comprehensive protection, covering him for 2 years minimum and requiring us to prove any defect wasn't pre-existing within the first year. He looked genuinely confused. But I don't want protection for 2 years. I want my coffee maker working today. When I suggested he could purchase a replacement while we processed his claim and then return it later, he refused because that's not how warranties should work. He wanted me to personally drive to the warehouse, retrieve an identical model, swap it out within the hour. This guy brought in a portable speaker he'd bought 5 weeks ago. I'm my family's shop assistant in Singapore. We sell consumer electronics in a neighborhood mall. The Bluetooth wouldn't pair anymore. Straightforward defect. I started the warranty claim process, explaining we'd need to verify the issue first, and then either repair or replace it depending on the manufacturer's assessment. He interrupted to inform me he'd done his research and discovered that warranty service in America happens instantly. He'd apparently watched a YouTube video about a guy getting a phone replaced at an Apple store, and concluded this was standard protocol for all electronics everywhere. I mentioned that Apple stores are somewhat unique in their ability to carry immediate replacement stock, and that our shop needed to follow the manufacturer's warranty procedures. He insisted I was wrong because America sets the global standard for customer service. I asked if he'd like us to send the speaker for evaluation, which would take approximately 5 business days. He demanded to know why we couldn't just look at it right now and make a decision. I explained we're not authorized to make coverage determinations on the spot. He said that was un-American efficiency, and he wanted to speak to someone more senior. I am the most senior person present. He then spent 20 minutes trying to convince me that faster service was a human right he'd read about online at the pharmacy where I work in Copenhagen, Denmark. We sell home medical devices like blood pressure monitors and thermometers. My sister handles the warranty desk there. Last April, a customer brought back a blood pressure monitor purchased 8 months prior that was displaying error codes. She started processing the warranty claim, which involves contacting the manufacturer and arranging for either repair or replacement. The woman wanted immediate service. She announced that American pharmacies handle these situations professionally by keeping spare units behind the counter specifically for warranty exchanges. My sister explained that's not economically feasible for a neighborhood pharmacy. And Danish consumer law actually provides stronger protections with our mandatory 2-year guarantee. The customer insisted longer protection periods were irrelevant if the service was slow. Americans understand that time is money. That's why we invented fast service. My sister pointed out that instant exchanges aren't actually standard in America either, but the woman had convinced herself otherwise. She'd apparently visited a Costco once where they accepted a return without question and extrapolated this into universal American warranty policy. When my sister explained the actual process would take about a week, the woman accused us of violating international commerce treaties. My sister, who has never heard of warranty service being covered under international commerce treaties, asked which specific treaty she meant. The woman couldn't name one but insisted it existed. She ultimately filed a complaint with our municipal consumer office, claiming we were discriminating against Americans by not providing instant service. I operate a watch repair counter at a department store in Melbourne, Australia. A bloke came in last September with a fitness tracker he'd purchased 4 months earlier. The heart rate sensor had stopped working. Clear warranty case. I explained we'd need to send it to the manufacturer for inspection and potential replacement. A standard procedure taking roughly 2 weeks, including shipping. He became agitated, explaining that Americans don't wait for anything because that's how you build a superpower economy. I mentioned that Australia also has a fairly robust economy, despite not offering same-day warranty processing for fitness trackers. He dismissed this, insisting America's economic dominance was directly tied to instant consumer satisfaction. Your GDP would be higher if you fix things faster. I tried explaining that warranty processing times don't significantly correlate with GDP growth, but he'd already convinced himself of this economic theory. He wanted me to either fix the tracker myself immediately or give him a new one from our display stock. I explained that display models aren't for sale, and I'm not certified to repair that brand's products. He suggested I just open it up and look at the wiring because watches are simple. Fitness trackers are not watches. And even if they were, I'm not qualified to perform unauthorized repairs that would void the manufacturer's warranty. He threatened to report us to some American business oversight committee he couldn't actually name. My cousin runs a small appliance repair shop in Istanbul, Turkey. Last summer, a customer arrived with a hand mixer purchased 11 months ago. The motor had burned out, probably from extended use, but still within warranty coverage. My cousin explained the warranty process requires sending the mixer to the manufacturer's service center in Ankara, which would take 10 to 14 days for evaluation and repair. The customer was appalled by this timeline. She explained that in America, retailers keep warranty rooms in the back where they stock replacement units specifically for situations like this. My cousin, who has never heard of a warranty room, asked where she'd learned this information. She'd seen it on a television show where a customer service representative disappeared into a back room and returned with a replacement product. My cousin tried explaining that television doesn't reflect actual retail operations, but she insisted it was based on real American business practices. She demanded access to our warranty room. We don't have one. She then accused us of lying about not having one, as if we were hiding a secret room full of replacement mixers. My cousin eventually offered to expedite the shipping for a small additional fee, but she refused because warranties should be free and instant. Like in America, she left a scathing online review claiming we were concealing our warranty room from customers. I manage a warranty claims department for a home appliance distributor in São Paulo, Brazil. We handle claims for various retailers across the region. Last October, we received a claim for a refrigerator purchased 6 months prior. The compressor was making unusual noises, definitely a covered defect. Our standard process involves sending a technician to assess the issue within 72 hours, then either repairing on-site or replacing the unit if repair isn't feasible. The customer called our office demanding same-day service. My colleague explained our timeline, which actually complies with Brazilian consumer protection laws that are quite comprehensive. The customer insisted this timeline proved Brazil was behind America in consumer rights. My colleague, who's fairly knowledgeable about international consumer law, explained that Brazil's Consumer Defense Code actually provides stronger protections than most U.S. state laws, including automatic 30-day money-back rights for many purchases. The customer dismissed this entirely. I don't care about 30 days. I care about 30 minutes. Americans get instant warranty service because efficiency is in their DNA. My colleague asked where he'd learned this. Apparently he'd read An online forum post about someone getting immediate service at a U.S. retailer and concluded this represented universal American practice. When my colleague explained that was likely an exception rather than the rule, the customer accused us of making excuses for our inferior service culture. He demanded we install a warehouse full of replacement refrigerators across the city for instant swaps. My colleague explained the economic impossibility of maintaining such inventory. The customer insisted Americans do it routinely because they understand business better. At the electronics retailer, where I assist with returns and warranties. In Mumbai, India, a customer brought in a laptop purchased 4 months earlier with a faulty keyboard. Several keys weren't registering. Clear warranty issue. I began the process of logging the claim and scheduling pickup for repair at our authorized service center. The customer interrupted to ask why we weren't just giving him a new laptop immediately. I explained we need to attempt repair first, according to manufacturer warranty terms, and only replace if repair fails. He told me this approach was inefficient and un-American. I pointed out we're in India, so American approaches aren't necessarily relevant. He countered that American consumer practices are the global standard everyone should follow. He claimed that American warranties come with a guarantee of same-day resolution. She'd learned from watching American movies. I tried explaining that movies don't reflect actual consumer service procedures. But he insisted Hollywood wouldn't show something if it wasn't true. He'd apparently seen a scene where someone walked into a store with a broken device and walked out with a new one minutes later. When I explained that scene was likely dramatically compressed for entertainment purposes, he accused me of defending inefficiency. He wanted me to call the manufacturer and demand immediate laptop replacement. Explained I don't have the authority to demand anything from manufacturers. I simply process claims according to their policies. He threatened to write to the American embassy requesting they intervene in his warranty claim. My brother works at a kitchenware shop in Lyon, France. Last June, a customer returned a food processor purchased 9 months earlier. The blade assembly was wobbling dangerously. Definite safety defect. My brother started the warranty claim, explaining we'd contact the manufacturer for either repair or replacement within the standard time frame of 1 to 2 weeks. The customer was shocked by this timeline. She explained that in America, defective products are replaced on the spot immediately, without paperwork. My brother asked how she knew this. She'd visited a friend in Chicago who once returned something to a store without issue, from which she'd concluded all American warranty claims work identically. My brother explained that French consumer law actually provides 2-year mandatory warranties and even longer protection for certain products based on reasonable lifetime expectancy. She interrupted to say she didn't need 2 years of coverage, she needed 2 hours of service. Americans invented the warranties so they know how to do it right. My brother mentioned that warranties as a concept date back to ancient trade practices and aren't particularly American in origin. She dismissed this, insisting America perfected warranties by making them instantaneous. When my brother maintained we'd follow the standard process, she declared she'd never buy French products again because we don't understand American efficiency principles. She left the shop, announcing she'd file a complaint with the European Commission about our slow service. My brother, who's quite certain the European Commission doesn't adjudicate individual retail warranty claims, simply processed her claim normally. My nephew works at an auto service center in Cape Town, South Africa. Last August, a customer brought in a vehicle with an electrical issue covered under the 3-year manufacturer warranty. Standard procedure requires diagnostic testing, ordering any necessary parts, and scheduling repairs once parts arrive. Total timeline typically runs 7 to 10 days. Customer demanded same-day completion. My nephew explained that automotive warranty work requires proper diagnosis and often waiting for parts from the manufacturer. The customer insisted this was unacceptable because Americans get their cars fixed the same day. My nephew asked how that would be possible if parts need to be ordered. The customer explained that American service centers stock every possible part for every possible vehicle because they plan ahead. My nephew, who understands automotive supply chains reasonably well, explained that maintaining complete parts inventory for all vehicle models would be economically impossible. Customer dismissed this, insisting Americans figured it out through superior business planning. He'd apparently seen a documentary about a NASCAR pit crew changing tires in seconds, and concluded this represented typical American automotive service. My nephew tried explaining that NASCAR pit crews work under completely different circumstances, with unlimited budgets and specialized equipment. The customer insisted the principle was the same, when my nephew maintained he couldn't complete the repair without parts that needed ordering. The customer accused South African warranty systems of being deliberately slow to discourage claims. My nephew noted that slower processing would actually cost the manufacturer more money, not less. The customer had no response to this but remained convinced of deliberate delay tactics. At the camera shop where I handle warranties in Vienna, Austria, a photographer brought in a professional lens showing autofocus problems. He'd bought it 5 months earlier, clearly covered under the 1-year manufacturer warranty. I explained we'd send it to the authorized service center in Germany, which typically takes 2 to 3 weeks for inspection, calibration, and repair. He was horrified by this timeline. He informed me that American warranty service happens within 24 hours maximum. He'd read an online forum where an American photographer mentioned getting quick warranty service from a specific retailer. I explained that seemed like an individual store's customer service policy, not standard warranty procedure. He insisted it represented American warranty norms because Americans don't wait for anything. I pointed out that Americans do, in fact, wait for warranty service like everyone else. He disagreed, claiming American economic dominance stems from instant consumer gratification. Slow service makes poor countries. I mentioned that Austria has a fairly high GDP per capita, despite not offering same-day camera lens warranty repairs. He attributed Austria's economic position to other factors, while maintaining that America's success was specifically due to fast warranty processing. When I suggested he research actual American warranty procedures online, he refused, saying he already knew how they worked. He threatened to switch to Japanese camera brands because Asia understands American business principles better. I work at a sporting goods store in Stockholm, Sweden. Last November, someone returned a GPS running watch purchased for months prior. The battery was draining abnormally fast, textbook warranty claim. I started explaining our returns process, which involves sending the unit to the manufacturer for testing and potential replacement within 2 to 3 weeks. The customer cut me off to announce that Americans receive replacement products before returning defective ones. I asked how that would work. She explained that American retailers ship a new unit immediately, then customers return the broken one afterward. I mentioned that this would require enormous trust in customers and massive inventory reserves, making it economically impractical for most retailers. She insisted Americans do it anyway, because trust is built into their culture. I pointed out that Americans also have significant issues with return fraud and warranty abuse, suggesting universal trust-based systems don't actually exist. She dismissed this, claiming I was spreading anti-American propaganda. She'd apparently read a single blog post about a premium credit card's product protection program that offers advance replacement and concluded this was standard American retail practice. When I explained that was a premium paid service through a financial institution, not typical warranty procedure, she, a CCUSED Sweden, of falling behind in consumer innovation. I noted that Swedish consumer protection law provides 3-year coverage for durable goods and considers reasonable lifetime expectancy, actually exceeding most American consumer protections. She insisted longer coverage was worthless without instant service. She left threatening to report us to Sweden's trade ministry for slow warranty processing last week. A customer returned to the Oslo electronics shop, where I worked the repair counter. She'd been in 6 weeks earlier demanding immediate warranty service for her laptop. I'd explained the standard process would take 7 to 10 days. She'd eventually agreed but predicted the repair would be unsatisfactory because we don't follow American standards. The service center replaced her screen and returned the laptop in 8 days, perfectly repaired and within our estimated timeline. She examined the laptop carefully, trying to find something wrong with it. Everything worked flawlessly. She finally admitted the repair was acceptable, but insisted it would have been done faster in America. I mentioned that 8 days was actually quite reasonable for warranty service, and that most American repairs take similar time frames. She disagreed, maintaining that Americans have special fast-track warranty systems unavailable elsewhere. I asked if she'd like to keep the repaired laptop or continue arguing about hypothetical American superiority. She took the laptop. As she was leaving, she mentioned she'd learned that Japanese manufacturers have even better warranty service than Americans, so she might buy Japanese products next time to ensure proper speed. I didn't have the heart to tell her that Japanese warranty service follows similar timelines globally. Sometimes it's better to let people discover things themselves.